You guys again? Man, thanks for coming back, but I guess you really like what I'm doing, so let's get started with what we're working on today. Okay, we're getting started with laying out for, I'm sweating again, go figure, 100 degrees in Oklahoma today. We're laying out for solar panels, and we're going to get 2 solar panels on the roof, and I got to see what size they are. Ladder's not the most level tonight. So what I need to do is I've got 6 brackets I need to lay out. 3 across the bottom, 3 across the top of the panel. And I don't know, let's see if I can put the tape measure on it. Right there's a mark at the end of the tape measure, and that's going to be where the back of the rooftop air is going to set. Basically, you're sitting on top of the rooftop air, basically. It's not there currently, but it's going to go there. I'm looking at doing the outquip. I think it's a 10,000 BTU unit. Anyway, what I need to do is I need to do some measurements up here and find the middle for one, and then find the studs. If you want to call them studs or whatever, find the framework inside. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure side to side off of this lip right there to that lip. It's like about 89 and 5/8. Go to a calculator now because my math just ain't working today. 89 divided by 2 is 44 and a half plus 5/16. So again, my math's not mathing today. So that's 8/16 and 5/16. That's going to be 13/16. 44 and 13/16. Here's our center. So let's find our center. Right there's our center. Now then, I know from measuring inside, I need to come off this back edge. I need to come in 7 3/4 inches. I'm really using the wrong tape measure for this because this don't lock. It's not a good tape measure. Nothing cheap, Hart Walmart brand. So I know I need 7 3/4 to get me in the middle of that. So that's got me in the middle of my ambulance, middle of my framework. So I'm going to turn the camera off, gather a couple of things, and be right back with you. All right, I'm back. And as any woman will tell you, when a man does a project, he's got to have a new tool. So I knew I wanted to try to line these up as straight as possible, and best way I could figure to do it was a laser level. And See if I can get this shined on the. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it right here, but we got crosshairs of our laser level, and we're going to use that to get our self set up here. Get it set level first. We'll lock it. And I can turn it on and position it how I need it. And guys, I'm not going to trust my marking's 150%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off that red line. Woo, ladder's not square, not stable. Come off that red line. Make sure I got 7 3/4 down here. Let's make sure I got 7 3/4 over here. They're not square yet. All right, guys, I don't know what the humidity is in Oklahoma right now, but it's bad. These are the brackets that I ordered. It comes with nice little stainless screws. Leastways they're supposed to be stainless. And it comes with rubber pads to go underneath that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to install it without the rubber pad first, and then reseat it with the rubber pad in it. I just think that's going to work better. But I will mark pad. Kind of stuck to the bottom of the rail, so I might just leave it there. We are 4 5/8. So that's 2 5/16 to the middle. Tape over here where we can get. Yeah, guys, I'll have to come back. I'm gonna stop the camera again. I'm gonna have to get a drill bit and pre-drill these. I little self-drilling, self-tapping screws, not shooting through that framework like I thought it would. So, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and before somebody says something about if I was using a yellow and black drill as opposed to a red and black drill, that I probably wouldn't have to do this. The fact of the matter is, it's just smarter to do it this way, but I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed. bit's harder than that drill bit because just broke a drill bit. Now I got to get a pair of pliers and get the drill bit out and get a new drill bit. All right. Let me come up another step. And how bad's the tree going to be in my picture? Not bad. We'll keep on keeping on here. And there's Noni. And the width is 44.6. I'll get back to you. Alright guys, I'm back. Noni pulled up and wanted to go eat some dinner, so you can tell it's a little bit later. Sun's a little further over the horizon. So, and just as I was getting, well, just as Noni pulled up, I figured out that my plan ain't gonna work. So, got to back up and punt. One way or the other, I've got 2 extra holes in the roof of the ambulance here I got to deal with. So, my 400 watt panels are roughly 45 inches wide by roughly 68 inches long. And I thought I could get 2 of them up here. And figuratively speaking, I can. But on the other side of it, I can't. So, I've got the physical room without it hanging over the edge over here or over there. And I've probably got the roof, got a different tape measure now too. And I've got plenty of room. The end of the tape measure there is at 60, so that's 68 inches from my lip back here to the end of the tape measure. Got plenty of room to run 2 of them long ways this way, and I've ultimately kind of got enough room to go this way with it, but my brackets won't line up on the edges to sit right. So I got to figure something else out, and I think we're going to do some measuring here and see what we come up with. So I'll put you on fast forward. I'll do some measurements and see what I end up with. Calculator time again. I could do 1 long ways on that side and 1 across the back this way. Still going to have a couple of holes back here that I'll have to fill up, and it's not going to be that big of a deal because I had intended on doing a tropical roof on this, so I wanted to get these mounted. I would have tropicooled around them. Obviously I've got to clean the mold and mildew and whatever's all over the top of this. Needs to come off. So back up and punt, order another set of brackets, and I think I can still do 2 panels. I think I'm just going to go ahead and crawl on the roof and kind of measure out what I might need. I might be able to do it without crawling on the roof. So. Morning from the rooftop this morning. Obviously it's another day. We started with this bracket back here, trying to get the solar panels on the roof, and that's been a little over a week ago. Realized I was going to have to do some changes, so I stopped and done some more planning and figuring and drawing, and I think I done a layout on my Excel stuff to help me figure out my dimensions and stuff. So I had intended on putting 2 panels running lengthwise side by side up here, and they'll fit even with my rooftop air that's going to go back over here. But the problem is lengthwise they'll fit, widthwise they won't. They would even fit widthwise, but putting brackets on is not really conducive with the width. We got just over 90 inches of width to work with on the rooftop for mounting the brackets, and each of these panels are 44 inches wide, so just wasn't going to work that way. So reassessed, done my little Excel tricks, and now we're going back up. I'm getting started again this morning. So one will go crossways across the back here, one will go lengthways down the side there. We'll still have room for our rooftop air, and I am contemplating maybe putting maybe one 100-watt panel or something up on the front to take care of the engine battery. These two panels back here will be 400 watts, and I'm pretty certain that with the 800 watts we will have all of my house batteries charged and cover everything I need to cover. So with that said, I'm going to get started. I've already got my laser set up to try to lay out the line. I knocked my tape measure off getting everything set up, so I'm going to try to do it with my my drywall stick here, and I know I can. It's a proper measuring tool, you know, but it's not a tape measure. But anyway, I don't want to have to climb back down. My son borrowed my ladder, and so now I have to climb up the door and around. So I'm going to try to get these brackets mounted and maybe get a panel or two up here before it gets too hot today. So let's get after it. I think with the daylight, and this is really not meant to be used outside, the drywall stick's going to work a lot better in measuring out and getting everything laid out, so we're going to use it. In the past, it's been the dogs giving me grief. Now it's the chickens. And here comes Noni. Okay, let's get back after it here. Got the first two holes drilled. We'll get this first bracket in and move along. I am going to have to go back down and get another pack of brackets for the sideways mounted one, and we'll go from there. So let's get back after it. All right, one down. Noni got me my tape measure too. About forgot to turn the camera back on, so let's get back to work. Alright, so what we're doing, obviously mounting these brackets to the edge, the panel will set across them. This bracket back here behind me will have to be turned this way because it's going to support the side. I'll do one front and rear of the side of that crossways panel, and it will also catch the corner of the forward and backward panel. So I know everybody's asking, aren't you going to clean the top off before you put all this down, put lap sealant and everything on it? Ultimately, yes. For now, I'm going to get these down so I can get panels up and wires pulled. And then in the end, I will pull the panels off, clean this roof off, and put the Tropicool coating on it so that we have some decent insulation properties and all that. Another reason I need to get these brackets up is these they're going to go this way, you know, replacing this one back here that's running sideways. It's only going to bolt to the skin of the roof, so those will have to be drilled and bolted with 1/4-inch bolts and fender washers so that it, you know, won't pull through. I don't feel like there's going to be an extraordinary amount of pressure on that on those bolts because they're just in the middle. They're more just kind of support the middle of the panel. So we'll see how that goes. I may be totally wrong, and I may be tearing it apart and fixing it, you know, in the future. But these are going into the cross members, the rafters, studs, whatever you want to call it, of the frame of the roof of the ambulance. So these will more than hold the load from the wind tugging at the panels. Back to work. Let me turn you guys around so you can see a little more what I'm doing here. I don't like that look. I'm going to move you totally. That's a little better. Alright, so bear with me while I look up my panel links. .8 inches. So go back to my camera view so I can make sure I'm keeping you guys in the loop of what I'm doing here. So our bracket we got back here on the corner, back here, I still can't see for my fat belly. I need 67.8 inches, but I got to come off the end of that. So if we burn 1 inch to mount these are the mounts to hold the panel on. So let's just double check. Yeah, if I burn 1.5 inches, okay. So now I've got 67.8 plus 1.5. I'll be good. And if I'm not, I'll always thought I should have been. Oh man. See if I can save it. Well, friends, the camera quit on me somewhere back there. I have no clue. I was talking to a dead camera. So we'll pick this up and try again. So I'll go over what I got done here, let you guys see it, make sure I don't fall off the roof. So looking here, I got the sideways ones that I talked about. So if you look back, you can see the cross ones. That's going to support the two ends of that panel across the back. This will support the sides, and everything should be good there. Now moving forward, I'm going to move the camera around. I've already got holes drilled here to put the next bracket on to go forward. So there'll be 4 more brackets to hold the panel that runs this way. So currently you're on the curb side of the ambulance looking to the street side of the ambulance, and see the next door neighbor's place over there that's in foreclosure and kind of overgrown. So anyway, I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I'll talk to you again when I get a little more done. I also got a new drill bit. Not teetotal redneck. It always helps when you turn the impact to forward and not backward. And I forgot something. Forgot to measure and see where that next ridge is. Pretty sure it's going to be even with that opening for the air conditioner. I know it is underneath, but anyway, my deal is I need to figure out where I'm going for the next bracket. And here comes Noni to help me with a couple of the others. So I'm going to turn the camera a little bit so we can get this up.